Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be starting the new series on how to pass the technical interview with Python. Now you can use any language, but I'm going to be using Python throughout this entire series because it's the simplest and easiest language to use in my opinion, and it's very quick. So you'll be able to do everything that you need to pass the interview in the shortest amount of time possible without making the least mistakes because, as we all know, Python syntax is very quick. Now, before beginning, make sure that you are brushed up on variables, classes, objects, object-oriented programming, conditionals, arrays, loops, and strings. I do have an entire series on if you need to learn all of these first, because without this, you're gonna struggle throughout the next few videos, and even like the whole series, you're gonna struggle. So brush up on these. So here's the syllabus for what we're gonna do. So this is gonna be the fundamental data structures. So we're gonna start with nodes, and then we'll use nodes to build linked lists, doubly linked lists, queues, and stacks. And then after that, we'll move on to hash maps. And, hash maps are a bit more complicated but very versatile. After creating these, we'll think about why the data structures are particularly useful. We'll learn about algorithmic complexity and asymptotic asymptotic notation. It's a mouthful, but yeah, notation, and we can begin to understand the strength and weaknesses of our data structures. Basically, all it means is time complexity and space complexity in a nutshell. And then once we understand that, we'll start to build really powerful algorithms, and we'll learn a handful of complex data structures like trees, heaps, and graphs that will help solve the searching and sorting problems in a snap. Then we'll compare sorting algorithms like bubble sort, merge sort, quick sort, and the radix sort. We'll also learn how to traverse graphs using the Dijkstra's algorithm and the A times algorithms. And then finally, we'll wrap up the path by walking you through some interview tips and tricks, common interview questions, and some overall strategies. So by the end of this series, you should be confident in the ability to go into a technical interview and use Python to solve the coding problems that they throw at you. So why data structures, right? So why do we even need data structures, or what even are data structures? So at the backbone of every program or piece of software, there are two entities, data and algorithms. Now, algorithms transform data into something a program can effectively use. Therefore, it is important to understand how to structure a data so that algorithms can maintain, utilize, and iterate through data quickly. Data structures are the way that we are able to store and retrieve data. You already are familiar with Python lists and dictionaries, or JavaScript arrays and objects. If so, you know that the lists and arrays are sequential with data accessed by index, while dictionaries and objects use a named key to store and retrieve information. Data structures that exist in programming languages are similar to real-world systems we use outside of the digital sphere. Imagine that we go to a grocery store. At this particular grocery store, the frozen pizza is stored next to the bell peppers and toothbrushes are next to the milk. The store does not have signs that indicate where different items might be located. In this disorganized grocery store, you would have a pretty difficult time to find what you're looking for. Fortunately, most grocery stores have a clear order to the way that a store is stocked and laid out. Similarly, data structures provide us a way to organize information in a digital space. Now, how are data structures used? Well, you can use them to handle main functions such as inputting information, processing information, maintaining information, and retrieving information. Now, notice how all of these have information at the end because data is at the core of all of this. Now, inputting is largely concerned with how the data is received, what kind of information can be included, will the data be added to the beginning, end, or somewhere in the middle of the existing data? Does an existing point of data need to be updated or destroyed? Processing gets at the way that data is manipulated in the data structure. This can be this can occur concurrently or the result of other processes that the data structures handle. Maintaining is handled how the data is organized within the structure. Retrieving is to finding and returning the data that is stored in the structure. And then different data types and use cases for data will be suited for different manners of inputting, processing, storing, and retrieving. Now, this is why we have several data structures to choose from and the ability to create our own. Now, choosing the different or the best data structure. So your plumber probably would not be the best professional to diagnose an illness, and your doctor probably wouldn't be the best person to do your taxes. There are better ways suited for other tasks. Similarly, data structures are suited for different tasks as well. So choosing the wrong data structure can result in slow or unresponsive code and mess up the entire program. So it's important to consider a few factors before making the decision. What is the intended purpose of the data? Do you want to or need to control over how the memory is set aside or store your data, to store your data? And how long will it take different data structures to accomplish various tasks relative to other data structures? Now, this one going back, it's basically like two data structures may both be able to do the same task for you, but one may be quite a bit faster. Now, this is known as runtime and we'll cover in depth. But as you've seen, the data structures are essential building blocks that we use to organize all of our digital information. Choosing the right data structure allows us to have the algorithms that we want and keep our code running smoothly. Understanding data structures and how to use them will play a vital role in many situations like technical interviews in which you may be asked to evaluate and determine the runtime for data structures given specific algorithms. Day-to-day work for many software engineers who manipulate data in structures, right? Data science work where data is stored and accessed through data structures and so much more. So with that being said, let's get into the first one. So the first data structure that we're going to tackle is called nodes. Now, I'm gonna end the video right here because this was an introduction, but in the next video you'll learn about nodes and how we can use them, how we can utilize them, and how you can use it to ace your next technical interview. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this, check out the next video. And if you're looking for either internships or tips for tech internships, or tech jobs in general, I do send out a weekly newsletter. Check out the first link in the description for that. And then with that, once you do subscribe to it, completely for free, you'll get an option to sign up for another one called Futurism. Now that one, you actually get tips from top engineers from top companies like Amazon, Google, FANG companies basically. So check that out and hope to see you on the other side and have a fantastic day.